such an asshole.
So when I was looking for the picture, you got to find copyright-free pictures, public domain pictures. So there's a way you could do it on Google, and there's some websites that allow they like, okay, these are all public domain. So I found that one. Here's a little kid with holding a lot of money. I couldn't help but notice they're all $20 bills. And like, well, okay, I give my nieces and nephews $20 bills because that's how I win. That's how you win the Uncle Wars. Just plain cold hard cash. Don't you be getting them no toys they don't want. You don't get them dental floss and candied apples. You give them cold hard cash. But I remember very distinctly one time, very clearly, I was 6 years old. This is $1981, and my grandma gave me a $5 bill. It was not a George Washington. It was Abe Lincoln. Man, I thought I had more money than God. I knew at 6, that was almost $1 a year. I got a $5 bill. I red envelope, can remember it as clear as day. His kid got a 12, which it probably about the same purchasing power. I'd estimate roughly 1/4 times 4. Boy, that was living. That was living. And now you kids can't afford rent. Oh, remember when you voted Democrat and you printed the money, and then you voted Republican and Trump printed the money? Because that's how you fight a virus, is you print money, obviously, logically. Oh, wait, whatever you do, don't go out, don't produce any new housing for a 2-year period of time. I can't afford rent. Are you a carpenter? No, I'm a journalism major. Go fuck yourself. You want to have my $5 bill? All right. We got a question. If you got a question, guys, go to aslconsulting.com. It's a finance question. So link below are two of my main flagship finance products. One, Bachelor Pad Economics. It's a reference book. It's 500 pages. You do not read it covered front to cover or back front to back. You get it, and you say, where am I? Like, I'm about to go to college. You read the chapter on college. Okay, I'm out of college. You read the chapter on career. I'm going to be investing. Okay, you read the chapter on investing. I need to get a car. You go and read the chapter. You don't read the whole. No point in you're 23 years old and you're reading the part about estate planning, and because you're going to die at 70. And the other one is Achieving Financial Excellence. That's a course available at teachable.com. So there we got that reference there. So here's a very specific situation for this individual. Hi, Cappy. By the way, you got a hell of a cool name. I'm like, damn. That is a cool name, man. I like to say what it is, but he's got there's only one of him in the world. But I was like, damn, that's, I'd almost name a fictional character after you. And he would be with a name like that, you got to be a ladies' man. If you're not, you better live up to your name. Hey, Cap, I'm a repeat customer and wanted this consult to praise your hard work and end with a question. Don't pray. I don't need the praise, guys. I don't have time. And with a question or two about what direction I should take. A mild tell me what to do Obi-Wan Cappy scenario. Praise. Through the last couple of consults with me, we talked about living with bad jobs and boomer bosses. I'm happy to tell you that by reading your books and following your daily advice, I only have 5 rules. There's only 5 rules. I've somehow managed to distance myself from dealing directly with the Tinas around the water cooler types at work. I am now more of a technical aspect of the new job I landed. People come to me for ideas on improving the thing that you work on. I constantly stimulate my brain with challenging tasks like doing things to solve the problem with the thing and helping the occasional user create the proper solution for their problem. All right, sounds like you got your job you like and they're actually challenging you. That's good. It's rare. I think I had one job like that, post security. All my bosses are either your age or older millennials like me, 38 to 39 years old, so the dynamic between us is very chill. The job and personal life. I should be coming off contract soon and making close to a handsome salary per year, which is more than enough for me and my lifestyle. The position is entirely remote. Look, I'm happy to hear all these, like, the things are going well stories, because as you know, it's not always going well for everybody. I'm glad that's so awesome you got to work remote. And as I mentioned above, everyone is relaxed. As long as you okay, sit down, boomer bosses. Take your thumb out of your ass, you baby boomer cocksucking bosses, and listen up. New business leadership idea here, okay? For all you MBA gray-haired fuckwits, here, listen up. As long as you show up and work your ass off, no one gives a damn. Whoa! Oh man, look, it's crazy. I own a house and have a dog. Look at this guy. My emergency fund is about 10 months. I'd like to turn this into 2 years over time. That's too much. That's too you don't need any more. 10 is fine. You're done. You're done with that. Stop it. You're wasting your money now. I mean, if you wanted maybe if you had the extra cash, like, oh, I'm going to cash, throw it into an inflation adjusted bond or some kind of CD that gets enough to kind of keep up with inflation. My debt is down to around $5,000, of which is about 2% of my utilization rate. Well, what's the debt on? Oh, maybe you went to school or something. I don't know. Better not be for a car. So I've been working hard, focusing on eating well, exercise, and spending less than I make each. That's it. That's all. You won. What do you need me for? Help me, Obi-Wan Cappy. With what? I mean, really? What? Next thing you're going to say, there's a redhead with big tits and she wants to have sex, but then there's a blonde with even bigger tits that she wants to have sex. What do I choose, Cappy? I would like your opinion on approximately directing my money going forward. While I'll end up standing in this new role for quite a few years, I'll only move if someone offers me more money in the same conditions. However, if you were making about $5,000 a month and your base expenses were $1,400, so we're talking $3,600 left, how would you divide the rest between investing and fund money? To catch up with my investing, I consider taking about $900 a month and putting it into a few solid ETFs. This is after maxing out my Roth and HSA for the year. In a personal brokerage account, I take about 150 out of that 900 and put it into crypto. Yeah, it's not bad. Look, okay, here's the thing. I am not legally licensed to tell you what to invest in, what percentages to invest in, when to invest in them, or anything like that. I can't tell you that advice. All I can tell you is that what I would do and kind of give you, like, I could tell you, here's a priority list of how you should invest. But I can, when it comes to invest, when I say you should, for example, I could give you the advice, ceteris paribus, you should invest in your employer's 401k retirement fund if they match it before you invest in an IRA where there is no match. The logical, obvious thing being that you get the match. It's free money. All right. However, I can only tell you to invest in your 401k. I can't tell you specifically what your funds in that 401k invest in. Right. I could tell anyone in the world to pay off their high interest rate debts because you don't suffer. There's no way you go bankrupt doing that. It's quite the opposite. So I'm a little bit even reluctant to say, well, you throw a little bit down here, a little bit down here, and a little bit down here. All right. So but it sounds like you got your mind's in the right place. So you're looking at some ETFs, I presume index type of funds, like a general S&P 500, maybe something a little bit more risky if you're a youngish guy. I can't make that decision for you. This is after wisely maxing out my Roth and HSA for the year. Okay, so it doesn't sound like your employer has a 401k if you're going the IRA route and then you're supporting the HSA. All right, that's that's fine. In a personal brokerage account, I'd take about 150 out of that 900 and put it into crypto. Okay, crypto, as you know, I get so volatile. It's like that. It's like, I can't say it. I do recommend having crypto be a part of every well-balanced portfolio. How much, when to buy, which crypto, don't know, can't tell you. But I like your idea of having a little bit tossed into crypto over time, just like a regular dollar cost averaging as you do with your retirement funds. I think that's a fine thing to do. Now here's where you lose all my respect, sir. Between you and Erica Williams, oh, the second funnest person in all the world. I am conflicted about properly saving up for an investment property. Erica will tell you, fuck that. You get you a Section 8 property and put some folks in it. Then you'll say, fuck that. People suck. Enemy Erica. The problem I'm having is that I agree with both of you. All right. Well, let's hold off. Okay. Now, neither her, I are right or wrong. Or I guess we're not wrong. Rental property depends on where you are. What are the laws, tenant landlords? Because let's say, I think Erica predominantly invests in obviously investor friendly, landlord friendly states like Texas, Alabama, Mississippi. Jason Hartman's kind of the same way. He's a big real estate. These guys aren't wrong. I approach it from more of a personal lifestyle choice. And I did have rental property, but it kind of bit me in the ass. I had rental property in the wrong state, in the wrong city, Minneapolis, where you do not own your property in Minneapolis. That is the city's property. I'm not even joking. And they increase the rent that you pay them. It's called property taxes, but that's what it is. It's a rent. You rent to the point. This was 20 odd years ago. I was paying more in property taxes than I was interest on my mortgage. All right. By the end of it, it didn't start that way. It ended that way. So it's very location independent. It also depends on where you are in life. Do you want to deal with, if you got $3,600 a month with a very handsome salary, you got $3,600 a month excess surplus. Do you need rental property? Do you really? And then from my angle, it would be one of management and again, lifestyle. Like you got to manage that now. So I've given this advice before. Is I understand people wanting to invest in real estate, but it's all location dependent, and obviously not. You're not going to be a landlord in San Francisco. All right, you're not going to be a landlord in St. Paul where it's rent controlled. Are there some places that can work? Sure. I would ask you, but it's up to you. What would fit better into your personal lifestyle? One, not dealing with it at all. You make enough money, start squirreling away. Like if you want to get exposed to property, why don't you start squirreling that money that you would like into a home ownership fund that you could buy a house or a condo with. Then you get your exposure to real estate, but you don't have to deal with tenants. If you're not there as well, what you could do is look into real estate investment trusts where, okay, yeah, those are just mutual funds of properties. So you still get exposure to real estate. You still have the upside potential of capital gains. Plus they pay out a dividend. It varies, depends on the real estate investment. Right. And there's no guarantee they're going to go up in value, just so you know, obviously, as we learned from 2007 to 2008. But you're not managing that. That you could probably do through your brokerage account that you got now. You just go look for a real estate investment trust. Boom, there it is. And now you're exposed to real estate. And you get some rental income. Well, it technically all is rental income to be paid out to you in the form of a dividend. And then you don't have to manage it. Then you wouldn't have to manage it. So that, and are you at the point right now? You just got off probation from work, not in a legal bad sense, but you finished your probationary period. Now you're going full time or you're going W-2. Why don't you just enjoy life a little bit? Because with real estate, with rental property, man, that's a risk of time being lost, babysitting American pieces of shit who think they're entitled to free housing. I don't, and then you got to maintain the property. I don't think I wouldn't do it. Just me. I get stabilized a little bit first. Maybe keep an eye out for some deals. You're not against it. You're not going to swear off of it, but poke around on the real estate. This assumes where you're living. The real estate market is conducive to rental property. Take a look at what rent, another thing you can do real quickly. What's the average going rate of of a 2-bedroom apartment or whatever you would rent out and ask yourself, okay, is that even going to come close to covering the mortgage? Find out, what your interest rate is going to be 7.6% roughly, 30 years. Do the math. And account for maintenance, insurance, and all that other stuff. Does it even come close? I don't know. What I'm saying is you got a pretty damn good situation here right now, and I don't see a reason for you to fuck this up. I don't see a reason for you to get dragged down into lawsuits or have squatters or any other thing that these entitled little American putzes think they're entitled to. Because it could, especially depending on the location you got your rental property, you could just end up becoming someone's slave where you got to provide them free housing. That's what it is. And that's what it is in pretty much every major metropolitan area. But if you do decide to go that route, Erica is the one I'd go talk to, or Jason Hartman. Toss them a couple bucks. So since you agree with both of us, give it a little bit of time. Why don't you put that on the back burner? That doesn't have to be made right now. My only fun monetary expense is the occasional action figure or video game. I may travel to Japan once the 2024 election is over, and no potential shenanigans are going on with everyday travel. Also, I'd like to get a pickup truck. It's not the dude bro lift type, just a Toyota Tundra with decent miles. Oh, you're a taller fella too. Yeah, that was one thing I was gonna mention. Thanks again, Cappy. All right, so I reconstituted the list. So let's just go through this, and I'm gonna, what you got, 3,600. Okay. Your IRA. See, I to do a real full job, I would have to get your income state or your tax returns, figure out adjusted what your maximum contribution. Let's just assume you're going to contribute to the maximum amount to these items. Like you contribute to the match. You contribute the maximum amount that you get a tax deduction in your IRA. There should be a little bit of money left over. So here's the order: emergency fund. This isn't for you. You got 10 months. But for the rest of you listening, the reason number one thing you invest in an emergency fund to insure against lying, cocksucking, motherfucking, wish I could say it, but I can't, YouTube baby boomer and now Gen X lying bosses, right? Oh, yeah, come on out here. And yeah, we're going to this is your job, sure. And they bait and switch you, or they just go out of business, or they lie, right? You always have 3 to 6 months, preferably 6, of living expenses, and you never sign a 12-month lease if you got to move to a different town. You go month to month for a new job. So in the likely case, I think it will happen to everyone. You find out they lied about the job, you could say, fuck this shit, I'm out, and you leave. Like if a week goes by and the job is not anything like they said it was going to be, and we changed it, and they're not training you, and your boss is a psychopath, you are not beholden to that person. You're done with the lease. You say, yep, I was only here for 2 months, or maybe it's an Airbnb. You're just there for a month. You found out your boss is a lying piece of shit. You got yourself living. You say, nope, I'm out of here. Bye. You don't even have to put that on your resume. And then you go back home and you try again. So the emergency fund allows you that freedom that you will never have to have, because then you're stuck and you're trying to find another job while working for this lying sack of shit. And then it's 6 months and they're never going to give you a good job reference. So then the HR lady, also, you have words I can't say. She's like, well, it's just really 6 months in employment game. You'd be like, oh, geez, did she get pushed out a window? Oh, it's horrible. The HR lady slipped and fell. I don't know. She just slipped it out. This is horrible, tragic. That'd be too bad. In Minecraft. Where'd it go? Here we are. So yeah, now you don't need it. I think you're good at 10 months. So stop that and now start deploying the money elsewhere. Matching 401k. You didn't mention whether your employer had a 401k. You did mention a Roth, so I'm assuming in a brokerage account. So I'm going to assume that's an IRA that you individually set up through your brokerage account, and that's fine. But if all of a sudden your employer offers a match, go get that free money. whether it's 25% match, 50%, or a dollar for dollar, you contribute the max because that's 100% rate of return right there. All right. Then I'm a little bit more conservative. Some people might argue with me on this one. You pay off your high interest debts. Now, this depends with today's inflationary environment. For example, if you have a mortgage that's in the 2%, don't you dare pay that off. If your car loan is at 1%, don't you dare pay that off. Not in today's 8% inflationary environment. Let's print off more money. You let Uncle Biden and Uncle Trump and definitely Uncle Obama cut the real cost of that payment down for you. But if you have high interest, 14%, absolutely, that's a 14% risk-free guaranteed rate of return, because the risk is you not paying it back. So yeah, knock that stuff down. After that, then I would say your regular retirement funds that do not have a match, such as your IRA, your Roth IRA. Other people, you might want a traditional IRA. Doesn't matter either or. You should contribute to that next. Or your HSA, which you have as well. Yep, that's another thing to contribute to. You give yourself a little tax benefit. And then here it's really, it's all a matter of opinion. But here, I'm not particularly wedded one way or another. I would say pursue these all equally. Skills. If you're in a field where if you just got an extra certification or two, I'm not saying getting a master's degree, but let's say you're a welder and you get, I think there's 3 levels of welding. I'd be getting the master level, because that's going to drastically improve your finances long term. If you can increase your lifetime earnings by doubling it, a lot of financial troubles go away. I guess an equivalent would be kind of like a nurse. Do you want to be a CNA, a regular nursing nurse, or do you want to be Uber nurse, which would be a nurse practitioner or a specialist nurse that specializes like in anesthesia or something like that? I'd be like, no, you go become super nurse. And that is definitely going to help improve your income more fundamentally than sometimes even, especially the way the stock market goes, it could be a better rate of return than the stock market. For younger guys and gals too, but tee shiny object. Don't tell me to be responsible. Oil changes, what are that? Stupid white man. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to my advice. Have fun. I'm really big, especially for the younger guy. If you're poor, especially if you're poor, cars. You gotta get your car game dialed in. I would get some good car repairs. Like if you have car repairs that need to be done, I'd be thrown into that. And I would also, kind of along what you're thinking, I would be looking at getting a second car. The reason which I go into a lot of detail in Bachelor Pad Economics, but basically, as long as both are liability only insurance, your overall insurance should not be higher because you can't drive 2 cars at the same time. Right? Now, if you say, no, I want total coverage, well, now you're going to pay a lot more of insurance, because now if a meteorite hits your cars, the risk of that goes up. But if you're just doing liability only, you have two crappy yet not low quality cars. If one breaks down, you're in no rush to fix it. You got another. That has served me well since, gosh, so I was 21, I think. I've always had multiple vehicles. Now, don't go off the Wyoming direction. Have 14 cars in your trailer front yard, right? You just need 2. And I do like the idea. Every guy should get a truck, dude. Trucks are great. And no, I'm not helping you move unless you pay me lots of money. But trucks will help you out a lot. Trucks will help you out a lot. And that's a good truck that you recommend or you're thinking about getting. So that would be another. Get your car repairs up. Do the scheduled maintenance. It will make you money in the future. Don't be like the 2 girls I dated. Like, what do you mean oil change? What do you mean? What do you mean oil change? Do the scheduled maintenance. Go in like, okay, with the brake pads, the timing belts, all the belts, you shake the tire. Shouldn't have any give. Why can't I think of it? Ball bearings, wheel bearings. You'll have a list on the vehicle. take it in, get it done. It's also safer that way. And even after cars, like getting your car portfolio taken care of, then I would start looking at silver and precious metals and crypto as well. This is more of an insurance play. You hope to God, you hope they go down. These are the ones that, but they're not investments, they're insurance. You hope they go down. Because if silver goes up to $300 an ounce, you got bigger problems to worry about, which is why also in silver and precious metals, you should have one pistol. You should absolutely have one rifle, whether it's an AR-15 or some kind of 5.56 carbine. A hunting rifle, maybe. You have to learn to hunt, and you have to learn how to use a scoped rifle, which I'm very marginal at. But once you become proficient, you're pretty good. I think those would be the 3 guns I would be getting. And ammo. And yeah, ammo will keep its value. Ammo will serve as a great currency. There's going to be ammo, booze, and precious metals. When it comes to precious metals, I recommend 200 ounces of silver. I would also recommend maybe some junk silver as well. But I'm not a gold guy. I'm really not that. It's too small. It's too valuable. You drop it, you lose it in the carpet or something. Oh, there's some gold around here somewhere. My life savings up in that. Some people like it as a jewelry, which is fine. Like that's a way to, you're going to pay a lot for premium for like the aesthetic value of jewelry, but there's still some residual value. I have no problem buying your girl like, oh, she wants some gold. Okay. You get this, but when your sisters keep voting Democrat and there's no one working anymore, we got to hawk this to melt it down so you can have no emotional attachment to it. Well, then you tell your girlfriends to stop voting Democrat. Then this can remain jewelry. In the meantime, or you could keep this, but I'm going to have a feeling you're going to be sucking a dick to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. It's up to you. We melt this down or you suck a dick. I don't know which one it is. It's so harsh. I go to Venezuela. You go to Venezuela now. Well, actually, you go to Colombia now or Brazil, and you tell me what the Venezuelan women are doing. Girl boss, girl power, socialist feminism. Yay! Kermit the Frog. Yay! Communist, feminist, socialism. Yay! Miss Piggy, what are you doing? Sorry, Kirby. Oh, that'd be such a dark Muppet skit. Venezuelan Muppets. Oh, Miss Piggy, what are those fishnet stockings you have? Oh, nothing, Kermie. Who's Eduardo? Why are you going across the border? Oh, and then yeah, kind of crypto. Boy, that's anyone's guess. Good luck buying. Good luck timing that, man. But you should slowly accrue. Again, a diversified portfolio is a balance, very well balanced portfolio. Have a little bit of crypto in there as well, and that's an insurance that. And yeah, it is going to go down. I could guarantee you that it's going to go down. They don't go up a lot. They don't go down again. And I think that's about it. So let me kind of go through your hang. Teenage, you got your life together. 1,500 a month base expense. Oh wait, I do have your income is not going to be at the Maggi limits where, in other words, you could contribute fully to an IRA and not have to worry about not getting the deduction. But hang on, let me take a look. IRA. Let me look up the contribution limits. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. I'm thinking a SEP IRA, regular IRA, 6,500. Okay, so let's do 6,500 divided by 12. Okay, so that's $540. Okay, yeah, so you still got $3,000 left over after that. Your HSA, 2,500. Then you get your 900. Yeah, you should have 900. Who's calling me now? No, I don't have time to do this. Yeah, maybe start saving up money for the truck. The truck is going to put you back a little bit, depending on the miles you get. That's going to, I can almost guarantee you with the cost of trucks. Now, maybe hopefully we get a great recession. That'd be great. But your truck, you're going to need to save up for that. Maybe I'm not kidding. Maybe work a second job to save up the money for that. So you're done with it? Because the truck will last you forever. If you can get the truck early on now, it's going to serve your life well. But it also is going to delay you saving a down payment for a house. Cars are, outside of not majoring in dumb shit, right? Cars are men's financial death knell. You got to learn, you need transportation, not a car. I would work a second job just to pay for that truck. But for the rest of everything, $900 a month and a few ETFs, maxing out the HRA. Okay, so that's already taken care of. You're down to 2,500. A little bit of crypto. So you got 2,500 a month left over. You could start saving up for the truck. And yeah. So in your particular situation, there's a truck fund I'd set up. And unless there was a specific certification you could get in your career, which I would then pursue that. It may not even cost you anything. Your employer might pay for it. But the truck fund, I got that covered. Let me consult my list again. You got the matching, you got the emergency fund, you don't have a matching. Yeah, your debt, maybe pay that off just to be done with it. That's another thing. You don't have to worry about it. Skills, yeah. The truck fund, bar some skills, truck fund and precious metals, and you already got your crypto. That's where I'd start accumulating. And a gun with ammo. I think that's the realm you're in because you were a good boy. You took care of everything else. I think you're good to go on that. So there you are. All right. We got super chats. So link below, Bachelor Pad Economics and my course on Teachable called Achieving Financial Excellence. Paracelsus, Underact, $2. Buy stocks, bonds, metals, stack a little cash. Well, here's another that I forgot to mention. Have some fun too. Don't. I did it all wrong, man. I did it all wrong. Go have a little bit of fun, relax, and enjoy. Get a huge fund. Ice Knows, $2. Invest in rented furniture, rims, and McMansions. Hey, Syndicate Chief, the man who just paid off his house. I now have the same problem. What to do with the excess income after the 401k match, metals, prepping, and home improvement, some woods with the cabin. Cynic, I'm going to tell you this. This is the one I'm doing now. I'm going overseas. I'm going to find some property overseas. I'm not going to be beholden to one financial system and one government and the fucking morons that populate this country. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's what I would do. Otherwise, you just accrue wealth, diversified portfolio, silver, guns. I don't know if you got that. Get yourself a nice van. Why do you like the van life? Get yourself a nice van. Enjoy life. Tell women you have money that you will not part with. Bob, $5. Hey, I have the same situation with the trailer house. I could buy 2 of them and like to rent them. I would like to know how much I can rent them. Well, go look it up on the internet. I don't know where you are. Find out what a trailer rents for. Syndicate Chief, $5 again. Ignore Cappy. Pay off any debt whose interest rates are higher than your rate of wage increase. Okay, all right. Technically, he's right. Not your overall rate of inflation. You are right, Cynic. You are technically right. Cynic is proven right again. All right, that's it. More on the way. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.